Hello. Welcome to the audio video test for Skullgirls live stream edition. Skullgirls Get Gr8 live stream edition. Game on in a second. Fiddling with some audio settings. I'll do a little bit of quick match. We know how I sound in relation to the game. If I need to turn off or not. Oh, come on. Playing the video game. Playing a different team for a little bit. By the way, if you would like to ask any questions, feel free to ask them here or in our Discord and Twitch chat. Wi-Fi, okay. Oh lordy, let's see. I don't even know how to spell that. Unless it's like honed because the J silent and the H is basically silent. So Beowulf, many of these lately.
Cameras rolling and action.
Don't stray.
Fish python.
The Contiello tradition lives on.
I couldn't do it without
Can
you.
anybody stop this fight?
It was fun for this exact reason. See if they decide to play again. Okay.
One more time.
I apologize in advance.
Oh yeah.
Around 70 HPs.
Let's rock.
Not bad.
120
Oh. What are we live in? So, for these types of streams that happen usually at the end of the month, or quote unquote the fourth week, people who've asked questions in the I guess they're done. People who've asked questions in the bros mesh, you know, People who've asked questions in the forum for Get Great, I'll get compiled into a channel we call Lab Stream Questions. If you have any questions about the game, we compile those into just a big old long list, and then we answer questions for the community, being like, what do you want us to see demonstrated? If you got any particular questions, we're attempting to do an FAQ for this too, because there's a lot of similar questions that pop up as well. So if you got any questions when we start at 7, please feel free to type it down in the thing. We can demonstrate some stuff for you, and it'd be cool. I say we like the royal we, but you know, it's just gotta be here today. It's a solo bando.
Cameras rolling and showtime.
Yeah. Ooh, roll back. That was amazing. Oh. Awesome. Huh? Do we have these? Some Jonesy. Oh, that chipped out. That's crazy. Sure. Which we don't get. Do it again. Do it again. Oh. Sure. You're dead, oh no. Yes, what a freaking easily. So,
It's in the can.
now we're just kind of in that little pre-game and forward. I start this event at 7. So sitting chilling here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Oh, so this week is not a normal Get Great sort of thing. So this is live stream week. So if you got any questions about the game? Oh, 2 HP. I got forward. Forward crush. Oh, he's in. Rain.
Player 2 wins.
What, we're changing characters? No, we're playing this team. Okay.
Let's go!
Everybody, mind your
Can't hear the street. Oh,
action.
thanks, Rupert. Appreciate you, Rupert. Red race. You got Tilly? Sure. Thanks, Rupert. Appreciate you. Jesus. Ooh. Yep. Hold that. Ooh, roll back. What a weird bomb though. Hi, brother. Hey. Hey. Thanks, I would appreciate you. Don't play an SGQ with them, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, it's your favorite.
showtime.
Oh, really? Oh, what the? Nah. Oops. Gotta get my forward heavy punch. Sure. Don't want that, but what are you doing? What are we doing? What are you doing? Oh my God. Oh. Smash it. So now you don't have any meter. Congrats. I'm confused by this. Smash. Go ahead.
Player two.
Eesh. No.
One more once. Ladies and
Round
gentlemen,
starts.
showtime.
Okay. Push left, then get it. Don't get taught? Wait, you seem wrong. All game? There's life? Crash. Fashion. Hey, minutes until we start. These B&Bs are very strange. I think they're still new to this whole team stuff. I think they're still new to the characters, so it's not where it would normally be at. Oh, sheesh. Time stone, brother. Time stone. Oh, time stone. We're mashing these people. Unnecessary reset. Okay. You want this bandit down, I guess. Oh, sheesh. Oh, my drone never showed. Amazing. What in the world? Time stone. What in the time stone? What in the time stone? Yakunisha? Yakunisha Python. Just going heavy. It's going heavy for it.
One more once.
About 4 more minutes.
Ladies and
Yakunisha.
showtime.
My mom. That's funny. A grip. Okay, okay, cool. Hey, dig it. Oh. Oh my god. I tried to. We're heavy mashing, brother. I know, unfortunately. We're heavy mashing.
One more once.
If we get to 10 before stream starts. Ah.
Time to put on a show.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Get our charges. Oh, I couldn't even see that. It did not happen. Time stone. Oh man. I'm stone. Happy birthday. Yeah. He did use that, right? Yeah, I couldn't stop that. I had no meter. It's not gonna happen. That's not real. Oh, game, would you like to do the thing, game? Oh, time stone. We have a snap. Do we even know what the snap is? No. This is some home baked stuff right here. And we drop it. Okay. That's not the right B move, okay? I'm stoned. Push block? What is happening? Nope, what's happening? I am blind. I'm blind, brother. I don't know what's happening. I'm stoned. We gotta put him in the blender. Hold on.
Yes. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
It's time. Then mark it. You'll need mark. Why is he even mashing? Fucking not at all. It's a French twice. Twice it was a French. Amazing. Nah. Oh. Oh, do that. And we don't get where. Zombie Wishmaker bandage. Oh, that. Those shenanigans. Could you do one of those shenanigans? Here. Oh. Big Wishmaker's pretty up right there. Oh, block. Game, you're lying to me. You're lying. Why did you pick Fukuo? game. Oh, sheesh. And I'll do the Wishmaker. Doing it to 10. The Wishmaker.
Took you long enough to pick me.
No. Blueberry.
Back on the beat.
This time zone's not great. It's not great at all. The bubble dim pot. We have those.
A butterfly.
Yeah, I know, of course. I got those routes, brother. You're dead. Come on.
Not enough. Not even close. We're still hungry. More.
GG. Humbert's kind of a crazy. All right, gamers, welcome officially, a little slightly behind to Skullgirls Be Great, Skullgirls Get Great Lab Edition. So this is where we take a bunch of questions that were put into our form and just kind of go through, answer a couple of them. If you got any questions as we're going along, please put them into the chat, either Twitch or YouTube, or on our Discord, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you've noticed, I'm looking at the live stream questions channel. There's a lot of blocked out ones, and that's mostly because it's either A, a comment, B, something too broad, which means we would need to narrow it down, or C, something that can be, something that can be answered just by doing it yourself. So we'll go through a couple of these and I'll let them know what's what. So first off, we're starting off from July 3rd. Got Mr. Invis. They're saying creating combos. For that, I would say please check out the wiki. Wiki's got a bunch of standard B&Bs that you would like to, if you're starting out this game, playing it and not knowing what's going on or how to make combos, you can't exactly make combos without knowing what combos are and what a general combo looks like for the most part. So I would say go to the wiki, couple combos for your characters, and then you can kind of take your own path, whether you want to take those or not. It's best to have a B&B in your muscle memory before you are, learning and understanding what your character does and the kind of things you can link together. It's a little weird. For example, this is not on the wiki, but this is a bombo that I made myself with fillers. Form is in our Discord. It's in the announcements channels and the pins. That's where our form is at. So if you're signing up for a Get Great, there's a question. There's a part of the form that says, what would you like to have answered in the lab stream? So if you got any questions, put them there. Most people do not actually ask questions, and they're just like this thing, or like Mr. M said, creating combos. Let me demonstrate this combo. What was my bombo here? I guess my bombo. I remember my own bombo I made. This here. Let me get it. That's my own bombo. I made that one up myself. This is not on the wiki anywhere. It's kind of decent. It's got a couple heartstrings. It's fun. Pretty cool. You do that, but then you have to time the dash forward. It's kind of hard to link the stand like that's optimal render. And you can take from the OTG from there. But yeah, making Mamos. Once you have a decent understanding of the characters you got, you can start making your own combos. But that doesn't come until like way later. Let's see. We've got Destroyer Mix 67. It says punishing bursts. That is not a question. Normally, if you're gonna punish a burst, right? Well, we'll go with this, right? This is a standard Filia burst. They burst out like that. It depends on what kind of combo or heavy counter hit you've got in your muscle memory to be able to punish the burst. You know, if it's a cold burst, right? The gold burst and you block it, right? The opponent's stuck at a 50-50, so you just do whatever you want from there. Extra explanation for what this is, but yeah. It depends on the character and what you got going on and where you are in the combo stage. And if you've done anything different. You know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Kathy, I saw was here at some point. Better defense as big band. That is something I cannot explain to you. That is something you just have to do when you're playing matches and playing the dangled video game. I can't explain better defense to you other than put yourself into certain situations in the lab from what you've seen when you're playing games, and then try to block it. That's kind of like the easiest way. Otherwise, you just gotta do it practically, doing it live, and blocking certain strings and stuff. Like, oh, that's kind of weird. Let me try to block this way. Yeah. Refined sewer rat. We get a lot of questions about PBGC. And for those who are not in the know, PBGC is push block guard cancel. So let's put myself in a block string, and a very standard block string for Fukua. Back, there we go. That's a very standard block string. So PBGC, if you saw that green flash right there, in the middle, that's what tells you that that's your window from push block. From the moment that you hit 2 punch buttons, that you can do an input to be able to cancel your guard frames into an input, and you can PBGC into anything, literally anything. You can PBGC into anything. And when you flash green, you've done a guard cancel correctly. But in this case, you know, Fukua's H drill is strike invisible, so you would have to do it somewhere here for you to be able to contest that. And yeah, that's what PBGC is. But in a very fast Cliff Notes version of it, you press 2 punch buttons, you see the green flash, and then your timing, it depends on, you know, where you push block in the middle of the string. Either at the beginning or the end, it depends. Timing is always different depending on where you blocked. If you do it in the beginning, your window's a little tighter. It depends on where you push block that you'd be able to contest anything. So yeah, quick Cliff Notes version. Some of the other great ones out here: Big Sandal, Squiggly combos, more Fukua mix. Those are available on the wiki. I can demonstrate some, but most of the combos that I do for Fukua are actually specific to me as a player, and not something you're going to see on the wiki. So standard B&Bs, I can at least show you a standard B&B. So standard Fukua B&B, Shadowless, which is on the wiki. That's the standard Shadowless right there. Squiggly mix. Squiggly's got a bunch of different kinds of mix, but a lot of the normal ones that you might see floating around
Ready?
Wiggles. You do this, and you can cross under. You can cross under, and you can also cross up with this. You're cool enough. That was a little weird. Oh, that's weird. That button's different. Should get back to both. You can re-jump. You can cross up. These are really standard ones, but the Wiki's got like more specific ones, and every Swirly player's got different mix. If you do it in the corner, you got 5 MP mix. You just do one hit of 5 MP, and they kind of zoom towards you in a vacuum effect. You can do this. Pretty easy stuff. You can get that to cross up if they're a little lower to the ground, but yeah, some standards. Let me see, Ari. Good defensive options for Umbrella outside of Rav. Good defensive options for. I mean, for the most part, Umbrella's like outside of Rav. You're like insatiated. You at this point you never want to be in overstuffed, because you know overstuffed's not cool enough. Even though overstuff was my favorite mode, but if you're like outside of Rav, right? Most things you want to be doing defensively, first down back push block. You'd be doing 2 MP, because you can still confirm into this. That's pretty decent. Just in here, and you're still +2 off of doing that. Otherwise, you know, you can be tossing a bubbles, Wishmaker, toss on some bubbles, getting yourself into Rav, doing the thing. This into Wishmaker pretty decently for covering some of the anti-air space and the forward horizontal space right here. Here and here is kind of oof. So if they approach you, you can do some stuff. If you want to get in on your opponent, you know, just hit the double jump, do the thing, right? Yeah, you know, do some post spacing options, that kind of thing. Defensively, at least, anyway. Don't be too reliant on fish. Fish is a hyper minus. You gotta be very careful about using fish. It's not always your option, but push block certainly can get you out of the options or certain situations. Pretty easy, but kind of good defensively. By the way, confirmed for this. By the way, if you're insatiated, right, and you got the long range confirmed from here, you do this. You do the thing, right? I'm not good at squirt, so. You do the thing, right? But yeah. Let's see here. Other things. Let's do things that are. What should I do with my head in neutral with headless misfortune? Oh, God. Plain headless fortune. What the dangle? We got the dangle. Square 2.0 is easier. Yeah. Regular square is pretty hard. I mean, it's alright. To me, it's alright. But I'm also just, you know, used to doing things hyper mechanically. But if the 2.0 version is a lot easier, I would like to see it. I think I saw someone list a video in the Discord, but hit me with that. I'll look at it. Things in your neutral, right? If your opponent's full screen and you got your head in neutral, you could be down backing, walking the assist and stuff. You can do this while holding down, by the way. So you can be like doing this in a whatchamacallit? This in a bang. So you could be doing zoom into sneeze or zoom into Nom 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 nom. You do nom nom. Do the thing, you know. I'm not a headless fortune player, but you can do this. Zoom into this. But for the most part, what I've seen fortunes do, you know, you just do this and launch it across the screen to be able to get some headless fortune pressure going. That way, you know, you're in on your opponent for the most part. Otherwise, you could be walking it around, zooming, doing the shenanigans. I'm a head-on player mostly. Yeah, 2 and 4 HP. Yeah, like the reverse, right? Yeah, nom nom nom. Yeah, doing the nom nom. So you can like spike, walk the head around, zoom and a nom, and you start your shenanigans. Do that kind of thing in the neutral at least. If you're full screen, you kind of want to get your head launched. Get your head launched. Start your fortune pressure. Do the thing with the head is around. Go for the dual case and stuff. But let me know. We got other peoples that can do the headless fortune. Hydrate. Luckily, I have one red. Some of the other ones we got going on here. When it comes to utilizing M Bomber as a neutral assist for rushdown, how's the best use? It's best used to however you want to use it, and I know that sounds like a cop-out answer, but honestly, everybody uses the bombers extremely differently, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint. And really, this M Bomber's not a neutral assist. It's more like just a lockdown assist, if anything, right next to H Bomba. But for doing the thing right with Bomber, like you should be around here, almost like down back call assist. But mostly in the neutral, you just kind of, if you're doing stuff, tossing stuff around, especially for like Fuqua, you can just toss shadows and stuff. Mix in the Bomber to get some pressure going. But I'm mostly using it in combo rather than in neutral as an assist. Like this. You can get the dangle combo off of this, but yeah. Hey, it's a fun little thing. You normally don't want to be using it in people's faces because if they're crouching right, it's just gonna sail over them. At least for the most part, depending on like how tiny character is. They're crouching right. Call the Bomber. Yeah, this is what happens, and then your assist doesn't get used. You also get counter. It could get counter called from the other side when the assist just shows up like right over here, and then double gets punished out of your range, so you can't protect her. So definitely not when the opponent's crouching. It's very much good at a distance though. So you get a decent hit, slight pushback. You can just defend the assist immediately. It's pretty alright doing that. That's how I would use Bomber in the neutral for the most part, if not in combos. Let's see, what else we got? That's from Zilla, by the way. The last one also was from Art to Relay. What should I be doing when people get close to me as Robo Fortune? That's from Ari. People get close to you from Robo Fortune, right? And they're doing the thing. You're being the very annoying pest that Robo Fortune can be. Tossing out your things doing the things. You're catching the up back, the up forwards and stuff. doing the thing and you're like you're zoning, and then they're in your face. You got two options. You got one of these. You got one of these if they try to jump in on you. Pretty good. You do two OKs because these are +1. You know, it's your turn still. You can stand jab. It's neutral though, so you gotta be careful. If they're like at a distance and they get close to you, you can pull one of these. That's -10, but since it's spaced, they can't exactly punish you from this distance. Otherwise, if they try to get close to you, just fly away. Hit them with the nail beam. Most forward poachers do one of these. Try to catch some air poaches and stuff. You definitely don't want to commit to anything like this. That's spooky. Don't commit to this. Saw is a decent button, but not the best button in the world, so you gotta be careful. You could 5 MP, because you know it's plus, it's pretty nice. That is also pretty decent, you know. You get the longest range. -11 right there, but it's still fairly decently spaced. Also true, yeah, double decks. If they decide to close in on the distance, you know, they're trying to jump at you, dashing under them is super huge. You just go all the way, go out to the other side, do your zoning bit again. Pretty good. Start your shenanigans. It's a fun time, you know. Oh, start doing that stuff again. But yeah, that's mostly what you want to do for the approaches and stuff. She doesn't have much in the way of anti-airs, so unless you want to be cheeky like I do and just be like, haha, and you literally send them away full screen. So you can certainly, you know, catch people doing that. It's especially good against bands who love to double jump in them. But yeah, I would say that's pretty good. If that's what you're looking for there. We got here from Moose. Recommended opportunities or rationale using beat extend versus brass assist in a way that fits my playstyle. I can't explain that to you because your playstyle is not my playstyle, so that's kind of just what do you want to achieve in the matchup? Do you want long range armored long range armored big punch button that's very hard to contest and has to be swept or use a multi-hit on? Or do you want to use beat extend to be able to catch people up forwarding, or you know, hit the down back +6 like everybody else does and crutch on a DB assist and then crumble when your defense is rough? What do you want to do? Depends on what your playstyle is. You know. Let's see here. From Fruit Cup, and I think that's Aki. How do you lab? I.e., this pressure sequence is giving me trouble. What do I figure out how to handle? Oh yeah, how do I lab? Actually, I don't do as much labbing as I used to way back when. Because for the most part, I kind of leave it to like me playing in the match and figuring it out on the fly. But if you actually want to lab like situations out correctly, there's a pressure string that's happening to you, like I demonstrated earlier. Put yourself into the pressure string that you saw, and then figure out options, ways around it. Usually by PVGC, using a button that may or may not, you know, help out or contest. You know, jabbing at the right time, or crouch sliding, sweeping something, you know, or up forwarding out of it, super jump over forwarding out of it. You put yourself into the situation from what you've seen, and if you've got replays enabled or something recorded, and then you just kind of figure a way around it via push block, jumping, whatever you can think of to get yourself out of the situation. And that actually improves your defense a lot. But for me, I'm a masochist at this game, so I'll just do it as I'm playing. Yeah. We're gonna skip a couple of these blank ones. We'll address them later. What double puddle setups are punishable and unpunishable? Looks like certain normals or DHCs can make it safe. That's from Delvinex, who's here. Yeah. So double puddle setups. So I'm a maniac and do my double very differently to what everybody else does differently. You know, because people are different and they like to do different things and stuff. You know. There was one I saw recently that was kind of, and I think it was a juice hit it on Cloud. I thought that was funny. What was it? What did they do? Let me see if I can find it. Figure it out. Go like this, and then that. And now it's supposed to cross out. There it is, yeah. That's gross. So, you know, some of these are punishable, some of these are not punishable. We're doing have the CPU block. What am I looking for here? This here. Oops. That'll be our block string. I need this to be so. Oh, I need to be blocking. Oh, sheesh.
Hold it. Quit lollygagging. Just a moment.
Oh, please.
Fight.
Oh, it lost it. Okay. Oh, Lord. Whew, sometimes a mini ring. There you go.
Hold it.
This here. So if you're at a distance, right, doing this in the puddle can actually either get you punished or be supremely safe. So it all depends on where you land and from what distance. If we do this the right way, yeah. See, if you're at quite a bit of a distance, the edge of the hitbox on Clyde, and you do puddle, they can actually get hyper punished for it. So it's extremely good at a distance, and it really, because on like Clyde's got an edge of a hitbox. We do this like in 2%, right? Go from here. They get it. So this is how you make Clyde safe. You have to do it from a distance. Otherwise, if you just do it in the face, normally, right, you're gonna get super hyper roughed up.
Let's go.
That's if you want to see a puddle sun right there. This in the puddle. Normally, this. If we do this right. Oh, if I do it right, amazing. That is safe. The only way to deal with that setup is to up back. You have to up back it to both hits and in the puddle, and then you can punish. This also in the puddle, kind of hard to deal with. But you know, Fridge is far more plus and has more hits done, or blocks done rather. So those are the few puddle setups. If you're talking about incoming, that's a whole different set of stories, because you can do incoming very differently depending on what the opponent's do. Those are my puddle setups. So if you wanna cheat people into a puddle, that's how you do it. And they get hit and they're just like, oh my god, it's punishable. I'm like, yeah, well, that was spaced. How do you do a spaced Clyde? Have you ever seen it before? That's what it looks like, huh? And you got quite a distance before like you hit the thing. It also depends on how well spaced you are. So, you know, crazy. What else we got? What times during robo zoning is it good to create head drones? How and when should I use them? Another robo fortune. That's also from Ari. For the most part, if you're like full screen, getting the heads and stuff, you mostly want to know your opponent into doing things. And if you're doing that, I'm on the right track. Oops. Wrong data. There we go. For full screen, right? Mostly knowing your opponent doing stuff. Oh, eyes reversal. Save. So if you're knowing your opponent doing stuff, right? You can actually take an opportunity to just do this. Most people will be stuck down back and being like, what did you do next? And then we stuck up forwarding and then you start doing B moves that way. And then in the middle of this, just toss one of these out, it's fine. Just gotta keep going that way. For the most part, if you're just running away, you can catch people like coming forward at you, and like what Dovidex said, dash at people. Could be a full screen collecting heads and stuff. Doing this, most people cannot contest this. It's kind of crazy. True. Yeah. Doing this is a normal. This is a normal. So if you call your assists for you to get some body block, you can just call Hedron assists and do whatever the heck you want. Play some stuff down, do it some more. You know, in between the zoning, calling the assists and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, whatever you find opportunities in the zoning pattern, you can hit Twitch K. And then, you know, between zoning patterns, call a drone, zone again, zone again, zone again, call a drone, zone again, protect yourself, zone again, that kind of thing. So you can create a pattern kind of easily. Let's see what else we got here. Dealing with robo zoning as banned. So robo zoning as banned, right? Rough. Can't explain it to you. I mean, I could show you. To be honest, there's a lot of footage out there where you've seen robo zoning. Big Ben only has one option, which is pray and parry. So if you're gonna be dashing at your opponent and it's a big Ben and the robo's just kind of doing one of these, you definitely have to parry. It's up forward, press forward, up forward, press forward, up forward, press forward. Trying to get yourself out of the super jump, that situation. Most people try to default to using brass as the thing, but you generally do not want to be doing that because it puts you into a situation, and no one wants to be put in a situation. Space, by the way. That's for space. Like space onions today. But yeah, it's kind of the general way to deal with it as a big band. Let's see. Other things. I think for now, kind of a short one. But I'll leave it to the chat if they got any questions or anything about game mechanics, character mechanics, all that good stuff. You can ask them now. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna call it here. It's a bit of a short one today because I got some other stuff going on. But any other questions? Let me know. Stare at chat for a little bit, like 5, 10 minutes or something like that. Answer some questions on the spot. Meantime, I'm gonna lab a little bit.
One more one. Just a moment.
Is Butcher's Blade good for Peacock? Yes and no, because you know Butcher's Blade comes with a risk, like any other Eliza special, and mostly because you know if you're using Butcher's Blade as an assist, it only goes up to about like less than half screen. It's decent for pressure, but if anything, you really want to run Spiral. No. Oh, come on. The Butcher's Blade on this.
Let's dance, darling.
Doesn't matter. No.
Let's dance, darling.
If you're here, right? If you're here doing the thing, you call Butcher's Blade. That's not going that far. It's not great as a zoning tool, so it's good for like closing the distance. If you're like here mid zoning, right, and doing the thing, it's fine. But look how much life Eliza has just lost by calling that, and you gotta wait a little bit for her to regen. Maybe fun, but you're kind of ultimately killing your character by calling it like in the mid screen zoning. It's not great. If anything, Spiral is a bit more to what Peacock wants, because she can easily get the mix, like Umbrella can get the mix by doing, you know, you call item, dash under, do the thing with Spiral. Better to not have your character die. So I would say Butcher's Blade is like C+ for Peacock. Mostly because she wants to be full screen, so. Exactly, yeah. So if you call this assist, what Dovidex is saying in the YouTube chat, if you call this dangle assist, right, and the opponent starts hitting Sekhmet, she's out there for a time, and then she's got to go get hit, go back to the body, play her outro animation, and then leave the screen. So the longer she's on screen, the more health that she's going to have to recover after a bit. I would probably change both assists around. I would take off HB and use brass, and then use spiral for like the closer engagements. And I say take off HP because any DP that you use in the game is a crutch. If you really want to improve your defense, take the DP off. Yeah. Any other questions? Enter's crazy though. Again, doing some again, one of these. Ooh. I just had something. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm really just gonna end here for bye. Mid-range is P? Have you seen mid-range zoning as P? Mid-range zoning for P is actually kind of crazy, mostly because this tracks. You could just zone. This is especially effective in the corner. So like, your opponent's right here. You're about like round start distance, like right here. This is crazy. Like you just do this, and because of the way that all the bombs track and stuff. You can just do that. You can zone in the mid-range. I've had Baghdad do that to me. I'm just like, brother, listen, I thought full screen was bad, but like you're in my face and doing this. Like I don't know what I do. What do I do? I mean, it's like it does okay chip damage, but Spiral actually does far more chip damage and for less risk to your assist. So, you know. It's understandable. I mean, if you want to choose like a different kind of assist, then Spiral's pretty good for meter gain. Also for chip damage. This is crazy, brother. Rough. I'm not here with Peacock. Yeah. Any other questions? A couple seconds. Yeah. Yeah, Spiral's a big old wall. I mean, yeah. You can certainly choose an assist because it's cool, you know? It's more power to you. A little bit of P discussion, yeah. Crazy, what? You can just cancel backdash like that? That's so dumb! You can just... Why can't you do that? Why can't you just cancel backdash, air backdash like that? That's fun. That's... Yeah. Oh, that's gross, brother. What is this? Baghdad, why don't you do this, brother? This is gross. You do? I have not seen you do this to me, my guy. It loses to push block. Not just do it some more, though. Heck it, brother. Then just go in for the kill right there. By the way, a lot of characters in the game actually have that kind of block string that is kind of ridiculous like that. Double's got a JHK loop version. That's very gross. That's amazing. Does it really? That's crazy. That's such a good block. That's such a good block string. That's plus 16, my guy. Jeez. Just do that. That's so stupid. Oh my god. Yeah, Butcher, yeah. It's safe jump zone. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Yeah, like if you do this as a commitment, like then you're stuck. This is over. Yeah. Oh, I did see it, but we got caught up in the Peacock stuff. Better for Bayo Butchers or Spiral? Just Spiral, mostly for the conversion, and less for the damage. I think. You Beowulf. Doesn't hurt your own matter. Spiral, right? This. Yeah, Spiral gets him taunt. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, they're blocking, of course. They're blocking. Yeah. Oh. Let's see if I can get the Cisco. Oh. Yeah. Oh, double's a little too far for it, but you can do the thing, but because double's heavy, I have to do like. Yeah, it just barely reaches, which is strangely unfortunate for double. It's weird, but yeah, you can get the taunt off with that. Butchers does the same thing essentially, but you're risking life for it. Yeah. Either or, depending on your preference. If you do butchers, you can do this hit of butchers, and then you get the taunt still. Yeah, that all depends on your preference. Definitely. Any other questions? Yeah, like that. I guess like that, right? No problem. Glad I could help. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, what I did earlier doing this. Yeah, because it just barely reaches. Just barely, dude. It's crazy. Seen her? I probably played her. I wouldn't be surprised. Sounds familiar. It's eyebrow. Does M have a bigger hitbox? Take the wiki real quick. Wouldn't be like I'm tripping, but check out the hitbox of specials. Rise up. They're all the same. Yeah, they're all about the same out there. Interesting. Alrighty, well, I think I'm actually gonna call it here. Music plays. Thank you all for stopping by in this chill Saturday evening. The theme of Skullgirls from us. Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST and some other time zones. Hopefully we're gonna do something fun for dang old 301. It might be a team tourney, it might be like a, I don't know, like a Nuzlocke or something. I don't know. We're gonna try to figure out something fun for 301. So it'll be cool, you know, because we've done 300 of these. Something. So see you all then. Roll and tape.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Where's the combo?
you finished this, they
That's
died.
somewhat of a combo, yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but hey.
Yeah.
We got Bombination.
It's like we have some bombas, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.